Welcome to Kathy's Culinary Creations, where home-cooked meals are made easy.
Hello. Today we're going to make Sancocho de pollo, Dominican style, or better yet, my style. So you're going to start with some olive oil and we're going to put some white sugar. Basically what this is going to do, once it caramelizes, is going to give the chicken some color. So you're gonna let the sugar brown. Once it starts bubbling, you're going to add your chicken, which I season with salt, pepper, oregano, and garlic powder. So once your chicken starts browning, you're going to stir it around. And at this stage, it's not going to be fully cooked, but don't worry about that since this is a stew. What's going to happen is it's going to finish cooking during the boiling process. So here I'm going to start adding 1/4 of a red onion, half a green pepper, and half a red pepper. I am purposely cutting it in big chunks because this is basically going to be like your sofrito. So later, once it starts boiling with all the other vegetables that you're going to add, you're going to add it in the food processor or the blender. You're going to add a couple of cups of water, and this is going to be enough to cover all your vegetables in order for it to all fully cook. I'm going to also add a sopita. This one is a powder sopita, chicken bouillon. I don't know how to pronounce it in English, so we're just gonna go with sopita. And basically this is gonna give it the flavor. It's also going to help a little bit with the color. So you're going to stir it all around, and as you see here, you already have your chicken, you already have part of the vegetables, and now I'm going to start adding the rest of the vegetables. And the way that you're going to do this is you're going to start with the vegetables that are going to take the longest to cook. So I'm going to add corn that I have cut in smaller pieces. I'm also going to add green plantains that I have sliced into smaller pieces. So once your corn and your plantains, green plantains I should add, make sure that you use green plantains and not sweet plantains, start boiling. Then you're going to add your vegetables that are going to take less time to cook. So this is going to be, in this case, I added some yuca and I added some buttercup squash. If you could find Dominican squash, that's best. But around where I live, this is all I could get. And I like the buttercup squash because it's very sweet. And I should add here that you could add any root vegetable that of your liking. I know some people like jautilla and other vegetables like that, but this is my preference. I'm also adding a bunch of cilantro, and what I do, I wrap a little bit of the plastic wrap so I could put it all in the stew and basically take it out in one piece. What I'm doing here, I'm just testing the vegetable roots just to see how they are, if they're already tender, which in this case they all are. So then remember how I mentioned you're going to take some of the vegetables, in this case the onion, the peppers, you're going to take some of the squash, you're going to take some of the plantain and the yuca, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to blend it all up, and that's going to help thicken the stew. So you're going to take a colander and you're going to strain it. So that way any big pieces or anything that your blender or food processor forgot to, put in small pieces, then it doesn't go in the stew, and it keeps the stew pretty clean. I like a clean stew, so that's why I like to strain it, just to make sure that there's no vegetables or things like that are broken pieces. I also like to add some lime at the end. It just gives it that final touch. And basically once you have the stew boiling for a little bit, you're basically all done. It's thickened to your taste, and you could eat this with a side of white rice and a side of avocado.
And here's my creation. Thank you for watching. To keep the seasoning going, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you make any of the recipes from my videos, please comment below.